Do you know in Spanish we have different ways to say the word there depending on how far away an object or place is located? Stay tuned to find out what they are.
Welcome to Spanglish Friends, the podcast for true beginner Spanish learners.
Hola amigos, I'm Val, your co-host and experienced Spanish teacher from Venezuela.
And I'm Em, your Australian co-host who's been learning Spanish for 10 years.
Our goal is simple, to get you confident listening and speaking in beginner Spanish with content you'll actually use in real-life conversations.
Join the Spanish Friends community by subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts and following us on social media at Spanglish_friends. Let's get started.
Comencemos.
Hola, hola amigos, muy buenos días.
Muy buenos días. Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 16, episodio 16, where we are going to be teaching you how to ask for and receive directions as a beginner Spanish speaker.
That's right. And today's episode is going to be super handy, especially if you're traveling to or currently in a Spanish-speaking country, because probably at least once you're going to need to ask for some form of directions.
Absolutely. By the end of today's episode, Spanglish Friends, you'll be able to answer these 3 simple questions with ease.
That's right. So starting with question number 1, how do you ask for directions in beginner Spanish using the verb estar? And what are the most common ways that a native speaker might reply to you that you need to be able to listen out for? Question number 2, how do you say key adverbs to describe the locations of places? So you're going to learn things like it's next to, or it's there, or it's close by, or it's far away. Question number 3, how do you say when something is an amount of blocks away? For example, this place is 2 blocks from here. You'll be able to listen out for that phrase.
Me encanta. Love it. Let's dive into our mini conversation to bring it to life. For example, how to ask for and receive directions in simple and easy to understand Spanish.
That's right. And then we're going to break down all the vocab you need to learn before we replay the conversation a second time.
Setting the scene for today's conversation. Imagine that Em is walking around in Santiago de Chile. She wants to find a restaurant, a place to eat, but she doesn't know where it is. And I'm going to help her find it. Just a random person on the street Em is talking to.
That's right. I'm always talking to random people on the street in this podcast. Entonces, Val, ¿estás lista? Are you ready, mi amiga, mi profe?
Amiga, sí. Comencemos.
Hola, disculpa, ¿dónde está el restaurante?
¿El restaurante?
Sí, el restaurante que se llama Don Juan. ¿Está allí?
No, está allá, al lado de la estación de tren.
Gracias. ¿Está lejos?
No, está cerca, está a 2 cuadras.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
How did you go, Spanglish friends? Did you maybe pick up a few of the clues and tips I gave to Em to understand where the restaurant was? If not, don't worry. We are going to give you all the knowledge you need to be able to unpack this conversation. And we promise in just 10 minutes time, you'll be able to understand the whole conversation. So let's start the timer and jump into it.
Yes, let's do it by answering our first question of the day. How do you ask for directions as a beginner using the verb estar? And what are the most common replies you might hear native speakers use?
The top most common way to ask someone where is this place is ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde means where and está means is. Remember, we use estar for location. That was our second most common use of this verb, which we learned back in episode 12. Always to locate something or someone, we use estar.
That's right. Now, to reply to the question, ¿Dónde está?, a native speaker might respond with está plus a describing word. In English, you'd usually say, this thing is next to something, right? Like it's next to the library, for example. We're going to teach you if someone says these kind of replies to you in Spanish.
And this segues us nicely into answering our second question: how to say the most common adverbs that are going to help us describe the place we want to locate.
Those common replies that people might give you. In Spanish, this is really cool because with one word, someone can tell you just how far away something really is. This is because they have two words, which means there, okay? One means a closer there, like it's right there, and one is a it's over there.
Exactly, that's right. And these two words are allí, spelled A-L-L-I with an accent on the I, or allá, spelled A-L-L-A with accent on the last A, allá.
Mm-hmm.
Allí, we use it when we want to describe the location of something close to us. So I would say, está allí, it's close there, versus allá. Allá we would use to say something that it's far away from us. I would say, está allá, it's over there, far away.
Yeah, so let's bring this to life with examples. So let's say I ask Val, ¿Dónde está? Where is? And in this case, la estación del tren. La estación del tren. Okay? La estación del tren means the train station. So the full sentence is, where is the train station? ¿Dónde está la estación del tren?
And I could reply simply with está allí or está allá, depending on how far away it is.
That's right. Like it's right there or it's over there. Está allí or está allá. Okay. Now, a native speaker could also be more specific if they want to say that something is far away or close to us. Okay. By saying está cerca, it means it's close. Está cerca. Cerca means close. They could also say things like está lejos, which means it's far away. Lejos means far away.
Exactamente. And an example of it, amigos, I can say, el parque está lejos. The park is far away. Or el parque está cerca. The park is close. So we have here cerca and lejos.
Close and far. That's right. And one final useful adverb that you need to know that someone might use to describe a location to you is está al lado de. Al lado de. Okay? This means it's next to something in Spanish. So, for example, if you want to say the park is next to the restaurant, you could say this sentence. El parque está al lado del restaurante. It is next to the restaurant.
Wonderful. Let's quickly recap these 5 describing words.
So if someone's giving you directions, they might say está allí, which is it's just there. It's right there, our close there. Okay. Está allá, which is it's way over there. Okay. That's our far there. Está cerca. It's close. Está lejos. It's far away. Or está al lado de. It's next to the, then someone might add on a place to describe a reference point for you.
Maravilloso. And now let's jump to our third and final question, friends. How would someone say to you something is in an amount of blocks away? For example, this place is 2 blocks from here.
Super simple and common to describe directions, amigos. The word for blocks is cuadras, or cuadra if it's just a single block away, 1 block away.
That's right. So, for example, if a restaurant is 2 blocks away from where you are, you can say está a 2 cuadras. It's 2 blocks away. The full reply someone gives you could be el restaurante está a 2 cuadras. The restaurant, el restaurante está es a 2 cuadras. 2 blocks away.
That's right. So, Spanglish friends, if someone starts giving you directions talking about cuadras, they're telling you how many blocks away the thing you're trying to get to is, okay? The sentence reply they'll usually give you will sound like está plus the amount of blocks. For example, like Val said, está a 2 cuadras.
So good. Now, Spanglish friends, that we have learned how to ask for directions and what vocabulary someone might use to describe where something is, let's reply our mini conversation again. And this time, see if you can catch us using the new vocab.
Yes, and our special hint is that we use 5 adverbs in our conversation to describe location, which we all learnt today. Are you ready again, Profe Val?
Amiga, sí, comencemos.
Hola, disculpa, ¿dónde está el restaurante?
¿El restaurante?
Sí, el restaurante que se llama Don Juan. ¿Está allí?
No, está allá, al lado de la estación de tren.
Gracias. ¿Está lejos?
No, está cerca, está a 2 cuadras.
Perfecto. Muchas gracias.
Okay, amigos, how do you go? Tell us, did you start picking up on a few of the things I was telling Em about where the restaurant was?
Let's break it down line by line so you can absolutely, with confidence, say you understand every part of this conversación pequeña. Okay. Starting with the question I asked Val, which is ¿Dónde está? Which is where is. Plus, I didn't quite remember how to say the word restaurant in Spanish. I was floundering there. So Val was very nice to give me the correct word, which is restaurante. So I then followed up by saying, ¿Dónde está el restaurante? Where is the restaurant?
And Em asked me specifically for the directions to the restaurant called Don Juan. She said, el restaurante que se llama. Que se llama means that's called. It's a super handy phrase to learn Spanish, friends.
Yes, like the park called this or the restaurant called this, que se llama. And to end my sentence, I said, está allí. Remember that phrase, Spanglish friends? Está allí, which means, is it just there? Is it right there? I used that because I thought it was close to me, the restaurant. Está allí?
But it wasn't. So I replied to Em to correct her and say, no, está allá. Like, no, it's over there, further away. And I also wanted to give her more a description of where exactly there was. So I clarified by saying, está al lado de la estación de tren. Remember, al lado de means next to, and I said it's next to the train station, al lado de la estación de tren.
Great directions. And finally, I asked her if the place was so far away from here by asking, ¿Está lejos? Like, is it far away? Which Val responded, no, está cerca. It's close. And she gave me even more description by giving me an exact path, which was very kind of her. She said, está a 2 cuadras. Remember, when we hear the word cuadras, we know, someone's talking to us about the amount of blocks away. Está a 2 cuadras. It's 2 blocks away.
Woohoo! Celebrate this awesome achievement, Spanglish friend. It's just 10 minutes. You've learned how to ask for and receive directions in basic Spanish. Congratulations!
Woohoo!
And we are always creating episodes with you in mind, but we'd love your input. What topics do you want us to cover next? Let us know, and we might build a whole episode around your idea.
Yes, and amigos, it's time to do our recap. If you remember these 3 things from today's episode, you'll be on your way to both mastering asking for and receiving directions as a beginner Spanish speaker.
And these 3 things are, número uno, how do you ask someone for directions? Specifically, how to say, where is this place? We would say, ¿Dónde está? Plus the place you're looking for. Número dos, what are the common ways someone might give you directions? Which are, está allí, it's just there. Está allá, it's far away, it's over there. Está cerca, it's close. Está lejos, far away. And last one, está al lado de, it's next to. Número tres, if someone starts giving you directions talking about cuadras, they are telling you the amount of blocks you need to travel. It will usually sound like está a plus the number of blocks. For example, it's 2 blocks away. The person might say, está a 2 cuadras.
That's right. And if this still isn't all sticking, Spanglish friends, remember you can always check out our Instagram page where we post a cheat sheet every week with a summary of our episode where you can practice all the vocab we've learned for free. So go check out our page.
So useful. Finalmente, our last part of the podcast, our powerful reto, our challenge of the week.
Yes, and this week's reto is tell us in the comments, Spanglish friends, where is your place of work or study located? Tell us if it's far away or close to your home. You can do this by using this sentence structure. For example, mi escuela, which is my school, or mi trabajo, okay, which is my work. And you can say está, which is, and then you can use the describing word from one of the options we've learned today, like mi escuela está cerca, it's close, or mi trabajo está lejos, it's far away. We can't wait to see your answers in the comments. Profe Val, tell us please, spoiler alert, what are we going to be learning next week's episode?
Por supuesto, of course. Let me tell you, Spanglish friends, the chisme, the gossip. Next week, we are diving into how to say the months of the year in Spanish.
Yeah, so this is definitely something that's so important for beginners, learners to make plans, talk about dates, etc. So I can't wait to talk about it with you.
Thank you so much for listening to us today, Spanglish friends. Hasta pronto, amigos.
Ciao, ciao, Spanglish friends. Que pases un buen día. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to Spanglish Friends. We are both so proud of the time you're investing to level up your Spanish listening and speaking skills.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, follow us and give the show a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. Or even better, tell a friend about the show. It's how we can help even more people on their Spanish learning journeys and continue to grow our awesome, supportive community.
Don't forget to check out our socials, including Instagram and TikTok at Spanglish_friends for even more beginner Spanish fun.
Congratulations on taking another step today towards your Spanish learning goals. Ciao, Spanglish amigos. Until next time.
Hasta la próxima, amigos.